Hi guys, this video is going to be about JP Morgan and talking about money. Okay, so a little hint about our action. I'm really proud of this, by the way, especially the Danny DeVito gift. I think that really just brings it all together. So this one is going to go, you're going to make it rain, okay? You're going to go, Morgan, money. And you really have to hit that high note, okay? Like whistle tones, like Beyonce, okay? Morgan, money. Okay? So, this guy is all about money. And we're going to watch this short little video. And I'll give you a second to pause this video and go watch the video in the slideshow. So do that now. Okay. Did you get it right? I hope you watched the video because this won't make sense what I'm talking to you about. Okay, going on. So, JP Morgan, just like in the video, had a lot to do with banking, finance, stock markets, you name it, okay, investments. JP Morgan actually controlled a lot of banking and finance. He believed in other people, so he would invest in other people and their ideas. And we see that a lot with Thomas Edison. JP Morgan actually turns to Thomas Edison, talking to him about his ideas about the direct current, which we'll learn about in a minute. And actually it invests in his ideas and funds a lot of his research. And JP Morgan even lets Edison use his home as the prototype for the public. Okay, I know it says ED, it's supposed to say TE. Didn't change it. Oh, sorry. But JP Morgan lets Edison put electricity in his home, which is crazy and a really great advertising tool, because if people are walking down the street, at this point everyone is using pretty much kerosene lamps, right? Gas lamps. Walking down the street and you see this house lit up and you don't see any lamps, you're going to be like, oh my gosh, magic or electricity. Okay, so that's a really cool way that they team up, and there's his house right there. So JP Morgan still is funding Edison. He ends up giving him $83 million, that's converted in today's money, to Edison, once again this will say TE, for construction of a power grid in New York. And so instead of just powering one house, okay, this power grid will power many homes, okay? So that's why he's building this power grid. And JP is investing in it. So this is kind of the difference between what people were using. We have a gas lamp right here, and we have a light bulb, okay, electricity right here. And what's interesting about this is that with the gas lamp, who's making a lot of money over it? John Rockefeller, okay? So we see Rockefeller versus JP Morgan and Thomas Edison, and Rockefeller tries to get electricity banned. He goes on this whole campaign, smear campaign in the papers saying, oh, it's too dangerous, oh, you'll die, you shouldn't use it. And obviously he's not successful, right? Because the room that I'm in, the room that you're probably in, our schools, homes, businesses, everything is powered by electricity and not gas lamps, okay? Unless you live in, back in time. I don't know. Okay, so our next guy, Thomas Edison. This dude, you should know that he did not invent the light bulb. He did help modify the idea of the light bulb, okay? But it took a long time and many different people to perfect the light bulb, okay? So, for this one, this action is kind of lame, okay? It's just more of a saying, and it says, Thomas Ed direct current, okay? Thomas Ed direct current. And that is referring to the type of current that Thomas Edison helped create. He was known as the Wizard of Menlo Park, mostly because at this time, like, electricity is just kind of this fantastical idea. He has a lot of shows where he uses big stuff like that to show how it works and just kind of to attract more crowds. And he's just kind of seen as like a magician with this electricity. But the direct current, we don't use a lot of direct currents today. A good example to know what it is a battery, because you put it into something and it directly powers that object. So that would be a good example of a direct current. So Edison works and becomes very, very successful with his direct current. Everyone around the world at this point are usually using his direct current. And at a certain point, he meets this young lad by the name of Nikola Tesla. And they end up working together for a really long time until one day they separate and they become enemies. And we'll see that when we talk about Nikola Tesla. Here he is, quite possibly the best headshot of this whole, unit, because he's just doing like a little like over the shoulder kind of thing, and I think that's funny. Okay, Nikola Tesla. So this one, another lame action. Sorry. It goes like this: Nikola Tesla alternate current, and you can correct it, and you can say it's stupid. Please email me if you find something better for this, okay? After learning about Nikola Tesla, a way to remember him. I'm begging you. Same with Edison. I'm running out of ideas, okay? And it has to show the difference between an alternate current and a direct current, okay? But maybe these are so bad that you'll remember them. I don't know. Nikola Tesla alternate current. So he creates the alternate current. And a cool thing about Nikola Tesla, he immigrates from Yugoslavia, which is modern-day Croatia, and he's low-key kind of crazy. Some examples being he usually, not usually, every day, he will have dinner at the same place, okay? And he calls ahead to the waiter, and he'll be like, I want this for dinner. I need it ready at 8 o'clock, okay? 8 o'clock dinner every day. And you maybe think, okay, this dude, he's a little quirky. Just wait till he hears working hours. He goes into work at 10 a.m. and he works all the way till about dinner time, okay, 8 p.m. He goes to eat and then he goes back to work till 3 a.m. This guy only runs on 2 hours of sleep. I swear. He only gets 2 hours of sleep a night. And that would make anyone crazy, I think. And so Tesla immigrates from Croatia, modern day Croatia. It's Yugoslavia when he was there. But and at the time, he's working in Paris for one of Edison's friends. And he's doing such a great job that Edison's friend is like, hey, I'm going to write you a letter of recommendation and send you on over to Edison because you are just amazing and I think he could use your help. So he writes his letter of recommendation. Nikola Tesla gets on a boat, goes over to the United States, lands in New York, goes straight to Edison's office where he hands him the letter of recommendation. And Edison's looking at it like, my friend does not write letters of recommendation very often. You must be pretty special. And Tesla is saying, oh my gosh, I'm such a big fan, Mr. Edison. You are one of my heroes. I've looked up to you for a long time. I admire your work, etc., etc. Kind of an ego boost for Edison. And at a certain point, Nikola Tesla kind of mentions, hey, I have been researching and looking at your ideas, and I think I have some ways to improve the direct current that you created. I have this idea for an alternating current. And Edison's like, whoa. Let me just stop you right there. My idea is perfect, and we don't need to change it because literally everyone in the world is using it. So that just means that's great, and I don't need your help. Like, who do you think you are? And Tesla's like, okay. And Edison's like, you know what? If you really want to be my helper and help me, you can go fix the power plant that's been down for a while, and none of my guys can fix it. And Tesla's like, okay, bet. And he leaves the office and he goes to the power plant and he spends hours trying to find what's wrong with this place. And he finally finds it, fixes it, and then about 5 a.m, he goes back to Edison's office and he's like, okay, I'm done. And Edison's like, done with what? And Tesla's like, oh, I fixed the power plant. And Edison's like, huh? You fixed it? And Tesla's like, yeah. And Edison's like, okay, maybe I should take this dude a little bit more seriously. So Edison becomes kind of a mentor for Tesla. But throughout their relationship, Tesla still tries to push his ideas saying, hey, I really think I can help you out, Edison. And Edison's like, no, go away. I hate criticism. So at a certain point, let me go back. At a certain point, Tesla is kind of fed up and he just leaves because he's like, I'm never going to grow here. So he wanders around, does a couple of odd jobs, including like digging ditches, just until he finds somebody to invest in his ideas. He finally does. He forms his own company, and Edison and Tesla become rivals. And this is just one way that Edison tries to be petty and get back at Tesla. Edison tries to show that Tesla's alternating current is so dangerous that he electrocutes an elephant and videotapes it and shows it everybody saying, this alternate current is too dangerous, see what it did to this animal. And he takes and creates the electric chair and takes the alternate current and uses it on a prisoner. And his intention is to be like, hey, it's killing humans too. But both backfire. The elephant backfires because, that is awful. Immediate jail. Immediately going to jail. Okay? He doesn't go to jail, but immediately you should go to jail for that. That is awful. The electric chair fails. Also, you should go to jail for that, but he doesn't go to jail, by the way. But it's just, the prisoner that is being killed in there doesn't die instantly. So that backfires. So we see Edison kind of like being petty, and it doesn't work out for him. A way that Tesla and JP Morgan kind of go at it is that Tesla gets the opportunity to create a power station, a hydroelectric, meaning electricity powered by water, power station at Niagara Falls. And JP Morgan, still funding Edison, by the way, tries to stop him in various ways similar to Edison. And but Tesla ends up throwing a demonstration, a show at the World's Fair, and he ends up getting the contract anyway. And that statue of Tesla is still at the Niagara Falls site today. There is what the hydroelectric power plant looks like, or looked like when he created it. So here we see Edison, versus JP Morgan. JP Morgan ends up buying the Edison company and changing the name to General Electric. You've probably seen that logo before. And what's ironic about this is that General Electric eventually changes from a direct current to an alternating current. So they change from what Edison had originally had to what Tesla had. So it's just kind of ironic that they're changing that, and Tesla kind of has the last laugh in that. Okay, we're almost done. And then, I promise, after this one, I will show you my dog, and she's very cute. So, Henry Ford. So, this one is the action. It goes like this. I can now afford a new car. Vroom, vroom, beep, beep. Gotta do a high-pitched beep. So, I can now afford a new car. Vroom, vroom, beep, beep. Okay, so he is all about cars. What's funny about Ford is that he actually works for the Edison company as an engineer. Starts out as an electrical engineer for Thomas Edison's company. And Edison will eventually become a mentor for Ford. Thankfully for Ford, this works out differently than the Tesla debacle. And Edison ends up going on to approve and encourage Ford's ideas. And Ford has one big idea, and that is to create a car that the common man, okay, the regular Joe, can afford. Because at this point, if you're driving around in a car, you got some money, okay? It is a sign of wealth if you have a car. And so he wants to be able to make it affordable for the common man to purchase. Unfortunately, the Association of Licensed Automobile Manufacturers, or ALAM, or ALAM, says, no, this is not possible. You're crazy. So what does he do? He takes his car and he says, okay, bet. And he enters in a race and he wins. He goes all ka-chow, Lightning McQueen on him. And it just kind of shows ALAM that he's able to make a functioning vehicle that can also be affordable. So, ka-chow. And what's kind of funny about Henry Ford is he, near the end, is able to make his company possible thanks to Rockefeller's oil, Carnegie Steel, J.P. Morgan, Nikola Tesla, Thomas Edison's electricity. They use all those things to make Ford's company possible. So it's very unintentionally all in this together. What's also different about Ford is that he pays his workers a livable wage, okay? So they're able to afford to buy his product. He also institutes an assembly line, meaning that each station has a specific job, and at the end of all the stations, you'll have a car, okay? So it's just kind of a smoother way to assemble the product. And also, he institutes what we would see as a normal workday, 8 hours a day, 5 days a week. And we see that a lot with jobs today. So he's just a little bit more reasonable, I would say, than Henry Frick was. And like I said, using all those things from those guys that we learned about very unintentionally, we're all in this together. Just like High School Musical. Okay, I will show you my dog now. If you made it this far, I'll show you my dog. Oh, she's sleeping. Here she is. Oh, this is Piper. She is so cute. Look at the camera. She's like, no, I was napping. All right. So thanks for watching. Ooh, I'm just going to take my face out. Thanks for watching. And Piper would like to say, do your homework and good luck on your quiz.